What I want to do, though, before I speak, we have Assemblyman Novikov here, who's represented this area, fighting for homeowners' rights, fighting against shelters being put in your neighborhoods, and also these dreaded lithium-ion battery warehouses. This man has stood up to defend all of you. Whether you voted for him or not, he's been a champion side by side with me. Assemblyman.
Good morning. My name is Michael Novikov. I represent the 45th Assembly District, which is a few blocks away from here. And Shipshead Bay, Brighton Beach, Manhattan Beach, Meadwood, Gravesend. First of all, I want to thank you for coming here today. And just think of it. Why are you here today? Is it because you're happy with where our city is right now? No. It is because you're fed up. It is because we're tired of the nonsense. We're tired of what's going on in this city and in this state. And the only man who can fix this is SLIWA. You know, I've been to a city, big synagogue, and just chatting, you know, over the breakfast, and asking them, like, and they're all Democrats. And I'm like, do you guys, who was the best mayor, in your opinion? Who was the best mayor of New York City? That's what they're asking the question. So why are you guys voting for Democrats? You still voting for Democrats, saying Giuliani was the best mayor of New York City. We do need this change. And unfortunately, the current mayor couldn't fix things. The SLIWA's opponent, Cuomo, thanks to Cuomo, we have the bail reform. He signed this legislation. He signed the bail reform, and now he acts like, you know, he's for safety and stuff. This is Cuomo, who is a fault of thousands of deaths in nursing homes, thousands of deaths. But for some reason, media doesn't talk about it today. I don't know, they're afraid to talk about it today. Not even talking about, I mean, we won't be even saying the name of the socialist, communist, and anti-Semite who brought socialist Bernie Sanders to Brooklyn College last weekend. And communists, the Communist Party of New York State was recruiting new members among the students of Brooklyn College. This is sick. I can't believe this. I came from the Soviet Union, from a communist country, and I saw all this, all these symbols of communism when I was a kid. I can't believe that I'm seeing it today in the United States of America, in New York City, in New York State. This is absolutely unbelievable and unacceptable. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for supporting. This is a fundraiser. Thank you. And our economy is not in a great shape today, especially in New York City. We overpay. We pay for everything. We're getting taxed for everything. And that guy wants to raise taxes. He's saying that he wants to make our lives more affordable. He can't do that. No, that's impossible. We need the real man. We need the people's mayor, not the elite's mayor. And by the way, he wants to defund the police, but at the same time, during his wedding in Uganda, do you know how many police officers were there taking care of his wedding and his friends and his relatives? Right. We are tired of the elites. We need people's mayor. We need a real guy who knows this city, who deserves to be our mayor, who's taking care of us since the 80s. And we deserve to have a great mayor. Curtis SLIWA, thank you so much
for coming. First off, it's a pleasure to be in the borough of my birth. I was born March 26, 1954, Brooklyn Hospital. When a Dr. Duckman hit me in my tuchus, my duva. And I've been talking ever since. And I am proud of my Brooklyn roots. I've lived in East New York, Cleveland New Lots, Brownsville, Osborne, Hegeman, and of course, most of my life in Canarsie, Brooklyn. And as you're all sitting down and noshing on your breakfast here at Curry's Diner,
There you go.
so,
What a way to start.
by the way, you saw that's my wife Nancy. She wasn't looking too happy with me in that picture. Typical husband-wife thing. But
I left it in my other bag.
for all those naysayers who think I'm going to drop out, tomorrow is our first TV ad featuring Nancy SLIWA. The best part of my campaign. Because, as you notice, none of these men have women with them at all.
I wonder why.
I don't know what's going on now. You know, it's the invisible wife that he's been married to 3 times all in 1 year. Dubai, Uganda, we never see this woman. Then, of course, there's Eric Adams,
Oh, God.
who lives in Fort Lee, apartment 22H with his boo, whatever, Tracy. And Andrew Cuomo, who has to travel around with his daughter because no woman is safe in his presence. And he blames it on his Italian heritage. What a disgraziato, what a shame. I knew his father, Mario, who was the first elected official to publicly support the Guardian Angels, held our first fundraiser at Magique, the old disco under the 59th Street Bridge, the Queensboro Bridge, the Ed Koch Bridge. You'd think they could settle on one name? And as I told Andy many times, I knew your father, Mario. You'll know Mario Cuomo, that's for sure. Why don't you get your shine box, Andy? Because all he is a retread. And I know some of you, it's got the vowel at the end of his name. We'll address that momentarily. But none of them have a woman next to them. And as you know, those of you who are married, it's the female who always knocks the guy into line. Guys have too much testosterone. They want to go racing in, belligerent, throw their chests out like bulls in a china shop. I can't tell you how many times my wife Nancy, when I come home and she's there with our 6 elderly cats, and they're all looking at me like, oh. What did you say today? Now my team, and by the way, we talk about Zohar Mandami's team being millennials, Gen Zers. My team are all millennials and Gen Zers. We have Rusat, who's my campaign aide. Travis will be into the belly of the beast. You got Tom Willis here from Breezy Point. He's been magnificent. Liam, who's on our team here from the Brooklyn GOP. He has been magnificent. But they can't talk to me the way a wife talks to her husband. That's the difference in this race. Is that everybody knows Curtis Lee was a tough guy. Tough guys don't have to tell you they're tough. So when you see Cuomo, and then you see Adams, and then you saw Zoran up in Albany, pretending like he's going to attack Tom Bowman. What we need is a mayor who's compassionate, caring, and considerate for the elderly, for the women, the children, the infirm, for our homeless, for our emotionally disturbed. We're not going to spend any more money on migrants. We're going to take care of our own.
Yeah.
Now, I want to pay tribute to my mother, Francesca. After my father had died, he was a merchant seaman for 50 years. He was from Chicago. 8 months of the year he'd be shipping out, 4 months he'd be back with us. Well, when my dad had passed in his 90s, I would come to Canarsie to visit my mother. And she had a home health care aide, a woman who spoke Creole, a little bit of English, from Haiti. And I'd take both of them to the Arch Diner. Right there on Rock Avenue. Right. And I would stop there, and I'd be walking around talking to people, and my mother inevitably, while I left the table, would end up taking all the sweet loaf, put it in her pockets. The Splendor, put it in her pockets. So the home health care aide would nudge me when I came back and say, I said, Mom, why'd you take all the Splendor? Why'd you take all the sweet loaf?